Welcome to one of our latest projects. It's a detached house that we're converting into 3 units, so it's a triplex conversion. It's located on a busy road, so I'll mention some of the key things that you want to consider when buying a property for conversion. So you want good access, you want good storage areas, potentially for a garbage bin when they're doing demolition, and you want a good site so that you have access to exits and thinking about how you're going to configure each of your units. But we'll dive deeper as we go in, so come check it out. So we're inside on the main floor of the home. It's just completed the framing stage. And in terms of the layouts, we have the ground floor is going to be a 1-bedroom unit. The basement is going to be a 1-bedroom unit. And then the second floor will also be a 1-bedroom unit. So 3 1-bedroom units. In terms of access and how we've split it up, the front door is closed off so that it can go straight up to the second floor. The main floor will be accessed via a rear door. And then the basement will be accessed via an existing side door and stair to the basement. So all these accesses already exist, so we're taking advantage of that, and it'll also reduce the cost. So in terms of next steps, now that the framing is done, we're going to jump into the rough-in stages. So that's HVAC, plumbing, electrical. But this is where a lot of the key work happens before we can begin to really close things up and add the extra finishes. So we're standing here at the back of the ground floor. A couple things I want to point out as we're kind of getting to the rough-in stage is that the windows have been completely changed. So we have double pane windows, a lot more energy efficient. So if you're doing a really nice property that you want to hold on for a very long time, definitely put some money into some of these key parts of the building that will save you on cost down the line. Also, we fully opened up the space. So we have some there was an existing wall here that's been taken out. We have a new LVL beam that opens up the space. This will be the kitchen and living area. And then one other thing I want to point out are the exterior walls. So based on its proximity to the property lines, this would actually need to be a fire rated wall. And the lucky thing is that this is an older home and it is a double brick wall construction. So naturally that has fire separation, fire resistance qualities. So we actually don't need to further upgrade these walls. But if it was a typical brick and wood stud exterior wall, these walls would need to be upgraded because it is a multiplex and it requires that additional life safety measure. So something to keep in mind when it comes to converting buildings. You may need to do further fire separation. In the future, these units, there's one unit on top of the other. All of the ceilings will be fire separated. That consists of resilient channel, insulation, and then Type X drywall. So make sure that you have that as part of your considerations as well. So now we're standing here on the second floor. As you can see, this has been fully opened up. I'm standing in the future kitchen and living room. Bright new windows facing the rear backyard and has a great view of the city skyline. And the partitions and the framing has been completed. There was an existing wall here you can see on the floor where they kind of patched that, but that's been fully opened up now. So we have a bunch of 2x12s strapped together to put together a laminated beam. So now we have a nice open span here, kitchen, living, 1 bedroom, and then the bathroom. We decided to keep that more or less where it was to take advantage of the existing rough-ins. That way our client could save on cost. But it's gonna be a great unit and it's gonna be a great project. So stay tuned for some future updates as it moves into some of the final stages before we can show you the tour of it completed. So we're standing here in the basement. It's all dug up right now, so it's looking a little messy, but this is where all the work really happens before it gets pretty. A couple things I do want to point out in terms of work was the interesting thing was some of these older homes, the stormwater and the sanitary, where waste from your toilets and whatnot go down the drains. In this case, they were connected. So older style homes have that. While we're doing renovations, we want to make sure that those are no longer connected. That's not allowed anymore. It's just some older styles, the pipes kind of ran that way. So a lot of what's happened here, they had galvanized pipes. Those have now been taken out entirely. So they had to break the concrete, put new pipes. These are PVC, the white pipes, a lot more durable and up to code. So the entire sanitary lines, drains have been changed and brought up to code. And this is a lot of messy work that needs to be done. Another thing is some of those beams that we kind of opened up on the ground floor, done something similar here on the basement level. So we have LVL beams coming across this entire length of the house. They used to be drop beams, but we've now shifting them up so that they're flush with the floor joist. That allows us to have really good ceiling height in the basement, and this will be like a really much better open concept basement once it's complete. So all the messy work is done. Next step will be pouring the concrete, making sure that the slab is flush, and then once we're done that, this part of the kind of floor can be framed and then move into the roughen stage. One of the last things I want to point out is there were some potential water issues here. So as they were digging, might as well put the waterproofing in. So we have interior waterproofing over the entire perimeter, and that leads to a sump pump. The sump pump collects any of that water that does come in and pumps it out to the front lawn to make sure that there will be no future water issues. So this is the best way to do it. If you're doing a major renovation, make sure you don't have any water issues. So when you fully finish the basement, you can make sure that it's not going to get damaged down the line. So we're standing here in the backyard, and as I mentioned, it's coming off of a busy road. So one of the good aspects about this property is that it has a shared driveway. So that's a great spot to put your garbage bin, put some materials for later on in the construction project. And also you can see this garage back here. It'll eventually be torn down because it will provide good potential for a future garden suite. So even though we're doing a triplex conversion in the main building, also future potential for a fourth unit as a garden suite as well. All right, so hope you liked the tour of our in-progress triplex conversion. One of the best kind of options out there in Toronto, taking its typical 2-story plus basement house and turning it into 3 units. Stay tuned for a future video where we walk you through it fully completed. In the meantime, if you have any needs for architectural services, feel free to reach out to us at buildxdesign.ca or follow us on Instagram for ongoing updates at buildxlab. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, as we're always showing some of the projects that we have going on. As you know, we try to always build out new content, so make sure you subscribe. Until the next one.